Today, we're diving headfirst into the trenches with some of the most intense, heart-pounding, and thought-provoking war movies you can stream on Netflix right now. Forget endlessly scrolling. I've done the recon for you. We're talking about everything from unsung international gems that punch way above their weight to a technical masterpiece that will literally leave you breathless. So lock and load, because these films are about to redefine your movie night. Kicking things off is Danger Close, an Australian flick that throws you right into the chaos of the Vietnam War. This is the true story of a small company of Aussie and New Zealand soldiers, pinned down by an overwhelming force of over 2,000 Viet Cong fighters. This movie is a straight-up pressure cooker. It masterfully captures the claustrophobia and sheer terror of jungle warfare, and the sound design alone will have you ducking for cover on your couch. Travis Fimmel gives a rock-solid performance as the commanding officer trying to hold it all together against impossible odds. The action is visceral, gritty, and feels incredibly real, never letting up for a second. The combat is relentless, so it's not for the faint of heart, and it's less about grand strategy and more about the raw, desperate fight for survival. If you appreciate intense, boots-on-the-ground films like Hacksaw Ridge or Black Hawk Down, you absolutely cannot miss this one. It's a brutal, gripping, and criminally underrated war story. Next we have Mosul, a film that offers a perspective rarely seen in Western cinema. Produced by the Russo brothers, yeah, the guys behind Avengers Endgame, this banger follows an Iraqi SWAT team on a rogue mission to clear ISIS militants from their decimated home city. This film is raw, immediate, and completely immersive. Filmed entirely in Arabic, it drops you right alongside these soldiers fighting a block-by-block battle for their lives and their city's soul. The action is relentless and brutally realistic, feeling more like a documentary than a Hollywood production. There's an incredible weight to it all, knowing these characters are fighting not in some foreign land, but for their own neighborhoods. The only real drawback is that it's an unrelentingly grim and tense ride, and there are very few moments to catch your breath. Think of it as having the gritty, street-level tension of Sicario, that's set in a war zone. If you're tired of the same old war narratives and want something that feels urgent, authentic, and packs a serious punch, then Mosul is an absolute must-watch. Alright, prepare yourselves, because our next pick is an emotional gut punch. The Shadow in My Eye, also known as The Bombardment, is a Danish film that explores one of the most tragic accidents of World War II, the real-life Royal Air Force bombing of a school in Copenhagen. This film is absolutely devastating, but in the most powerful way possible. It masterfully weaves together the perspectives of the pilots, the local civilians, and, most heartbreakingly, the children at the school. The cinematography is hauntingly beautiful, contrasting the innocence of childhood with the sudden, horrific reality of war. The performances, especially from the young actors, are nothing short of incredible, and will stick with you long after the credits roll. Let's be real, this is not an easy watch. It's designed to wreck you emotionally, so don't go in expecting a feel-good story. It handles its subject matter with the same kind of gut-wrenching emotional depth as a film like Grave of the Fireflies. For fans of powerful, character-driven historical dramas that explore the human cost of war, this is an unforgettable and profoundly moving masterpiece. Coming in hot is The Forgotten Battle, a Dutch epic that proves you don't need a Hollywood budget to create a truly spectacular World War II film. This one tells the story of the Battle of the Scheldt through the eyes of three different characters: a Dutch boy fighting for the Germans, a British glider pilot, and a female resistance fighter. This movie is an absolute banger, plain and simple. The production value is insane, with sprawling battle sequences that feel as epic and authentic as anything in Band of Brothers. By showing the conflict from multiple sides, it paints a rich, complex, and morally gray picture of war, where heroes and villains aren't so clear-cut. The action is top-tier, intense, well-choreographed, and genuinely thrilling. It's a film that has both a massive scale and an intimate human core. The only potential knock is that the constant shifting between the three storylines might feel a bit disjointed for some viewers at first, but trust me, it pays off in a huge way by the end. If you're a World War II history buff or just love a sprawling, action-packed war drama, The Forgotten Battle is a total gem that absolutely deserves your attention. And at the top spot is Sam Mendes' technical and emotional marvel 1917. This film follows two young British soldiers on a desperate race-against-time mission to deliver a message across enemy territory to stop a catastrophic attack. This isn't just a movie you watch, it's an experience you survive. Filmed to look like one continuous unbroken shot, 1917 creates a level of immersion that is simply breathtaking. Roger Deakins' Oscar-winning cinematography is legendary for a reason. You are with these soldiers every single step of the way, feeling every ounce of their fear, exhaustion, and determination. The tension is almost unbearable, building and building as our heroes navigate treacherous trenches, abandoned farmhouses, and corpse-littered battlefields. If I had to nitpick, some critics argue the one-shot gimmick comes at the expense of deep character development, but I think the sheer force of the filmmaking makes you connect with them on a primal level. It has the immersive edge-of-your-seat intensity of Saving Private Ryan, focused into a single, harrowing mission. Overall, it's a cinematic achievement that will ruin ordinary movies for you, which makes it an absolute must-see. And that's all I've got for today. 5 incredible war movies streaming on Netflix that are guaranteed to get your heart racing. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite war movie on Netflix right now? Did I miss a banger? Drop your picks in the comments below. If you dug these recommendations, do me a solid and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on the best flicks to watch.